So I've been running a waxed chain for a little while now, and in case you're thinking of doing it, I figured I'd share some thoughts around, how I've gone with it, the process and things like that, to see if this is any of use to yourself. And also, if you currently are running a wax chain, have a listen to how I do it and my thoughts, and if there's any advice or anything, please let me know, because I'd always love to be able to do this a little better. So I decided to go with the Silka wax. This was just based really on price, availability, and just recommendations from a local bike shop who I trust. I like the idea of being able to just do it within the bag if I wanted, but in the end I decided not to bother with that route. All the online videos said to do it also in like a crock pot or something like that, but I just bought a saucepan from like a local charity shop for like $1, and decided to do it that way. So I got my 2-year-old to kindly assist me with the start of the process. Yay! Close enough. And then once it was all mostly in the saucepan, I just melted it on the oven top under just a low heat for a little while, and I just did it that way. I bought a brand new SRAM red chain to use, and I've got some thoughts on that I'll come back to after, that's quite annoying. So I used a brand new chain, just once again based on recommendations that it's a way better process to use a new chain, and from my experience I do also agree with that. So I bought a brand new chain and spent a couple of days just degreasing it and whatnot, so that it was completely 100% clean. And when they're clean because you shake them and they sound like a chain ring armor or something like that. They really sound completely different than normal because all the grease is removed. So I had a nice clean chain, waxed it all, melted all the wax on the oven, and then just threaded the chain through a coat hanger, put it in there for 20 minutes or so, and pulled it out and dried it overnight. And based on all the videos that I'd seen as well, including one on GCN, apparently it was really satisfying to break the links. It turns out I don't get satisfaction that way. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain to break the links, and once you've got it broken, if you want to like rub it around a pole or something like that, you can get it on the bike. Now also, once you've broken the links, what I found was I had a lot of wax inside the chain, like where the teeth of the sprockets actually bite into. So I had to put it on the bike and then just slowly turn the pedals with the bike in a stand, so that the teeth would actually push the wax out. And I'd get so far and the chain would just drop, and I'd put it back on, do it again, and the chain would drop. But slowly, as I kept going, eventually all the wax was out and it was running freely, and so that was great. The first time you ride it on the wax chain, it is beautiful because it's silent. It is so quiet that you're like, I really wish it stayed like that forever. Like, it'll probably only stay that silent for the first 50k, but it's absolutely beautiful those first couple of rides for it to be so quiet. Now on this treatment, I'm probably at about, 500 kilometers in, and yeah, same as they seem to all do. You can touch it, it is clean. There's no mess on my rear derailleur, there's no mess anywhere else on the bike, and I've ridden road, probably mixed now, like 200k on road and a couple of 100k more on gravel, and that's been wet and muddy. And doing the wax chain, I mainly did it just to reduce the mess, and so far it's really held up a treat, and I'm actually really happy with it. It was probably the main reason why I wanted to change away from lube, was just that reducing the mess on the bike. but also just the longevity of some of the parts. Now, they do say to re-wax the chain about every 500k, but look, for me that's not even 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks riding. I don't really want to be going through the whole process of re-waxing the chain, drying it, cleaning the chain and getting it on the bike every 2 weeks. So I'll probably stretch it for closer to at least 3 weeks, like 7 or 800k, because I just don't want to deal with that much of a hassle of it. I know you can get the drip wax that you can do between treatments, but so far I haven't found the need to do it. When you've given these a really good treatment, it holds on there, and I can still feel the wax on there now, and it is still running quiet. Now, I'm really keen to know though how long people go between wax treatments, and if there's anything that you can do to maybe speed up the process. I take the chain off, I boil a whole full kettle of water, and then I just pour the kettle and all the water down the chain slowly, and I find that just cleans it off, and then I can just put it back in the wax, dry it, and go through the process. Now, the one thing with the red chain that I use is I bought one of the new SRAM, the iridescent rainbow ones, and as you can see here, the quick link that comes with it is unfortunately silver, so it does stick out like a sore thumb. You can buy the quick links that are the same color, but if you just spent $100 on a chain, come on SRAM, include the quick links that's the same one. And nobody's got the ones that are the same color in stock at the moment, so that's a little bit annoying. But so far, honestly, it's a bit of a pain, I know, to sort of do it and clean the chain and prep it and everything like that. But once it's on there, I'm pretty happy with it. Yes, the wax costs more than lube. Well, actually, the lube I was using was like $50, $60. It was the hydrophobic muck-off stuff, which is great lube, but it's just, it's the same price as wax. So I wasn't really saving myself any money there. And yeah, it just feels great. I know that it is quieter, and I just don't have the mess to deal with, even in all the mixed conditions. So I'm going to keep running this for probably just as it is. I might get a second chain and then just swap between chains, but for the time being, just cleaning one off, re-waxing it, and put it on is absolutely fine for myself. But I just thought I'd let you know that, it looks like I'm becoming a little bit of a Silca fanboy. But at the moment, their stuff is just working. And that's just all I want. Even in these beautiful Melbourne conditions, where it's it's cold today. But let me know, is there anything I can do to extend the longevity between waxes that doesn't involve buying more products? Or is there any tips to do with just maybe speeding up that first bit when it comes to cleaning all of the wax out of the links and so forth like that? I'd really like to know. But I'm really happy with it, and I'm going to keep running with it from here. I thought it would be useful as well. Under some of the other videos, I've been getting some really great comments from people, and it's stuff that, it's just all new to me. So I thought I'd share some of those in case people hadn't seen them, and there might be some bits that you can learn in there as well. So with the video that I did about sealants, I got one here from John saying that he's used stands for about 10 years, and it's pretty much sealed all his punctures, including big 1/4-inch gashes, which is pretty impressive. But the thing that I didn't know about was how he said that the stands is known to corrode aluminium nipples, which can lead eventually to wheel failure. Now, there was quite a few comments from people saying that the stand sealant works fantastically and also is really good because you can inject it in. So I'm not sure what I was doing wrong, but it looks like a lot of people have had really great success with that. So I might give it a try in the future. But it's interesting to read that they can corrode the nipples and you can have issues with the wheels. So before I do maybe go back to stands, my local bike shop, he actually is a wheel builder. So I might just see if he's had any, issues or anything like that before I go back to any others. And yeah, there's one here from Pedal posting on the video that I did down in the Otways the other day, saying that it's sick to see some of the roads documented from another perspective. And some parts of them will be in the Amy's Grand Fondo and also the Dirty Warney. And yeah, I agree. That area, it's beautiful to ride. I feel very fortunate that I'm able, to get down to places like that. And also recce out some of the routes that's going to be using a Dirty Warney, which I'm still excited for. And then I had one from Jim saying none of this has made him want to try tubeless on that video. Look, if you're not wanting to go through the maintenance on it, yeah, and you ride road, whack in some TPU tubes, carry a couple spares. The speed at which you can change a tyre with some tubes in far outweighs any of the time that it takes for the maintenance. But yeah, that's it. So let me know. Is there anything I can do better with this whole waxing process? If you've got any questions, let me know. But I'm a big fan.